Hello, happy New Year's. Man, I had a really rough December. I know I was supposed to be doing 2 videos a week, but I was involved in a car accident. It was kind of crazy. I'm currently in a rental car now, but everything is all right. I was hit from the back, so the other driver took responsibility for it. So I'm all set with that. My car is getting fixed, and now I'm getting back in the groove. 2020, big things coming, making it happen. So, without further ado, if you don't know who I am, certified life coach and relationship guy, hopefully we can work together in the future. So let's talk about it. Now, I bet some of you are wondering, how in the hell do you know the answer to love? Well, what I will say is that I feel like someone who is in love can only understand it. So if you're not in love, what I'm about to say may go over your head. So I actually came up with a definition. Okay. So let's get into it. So I wrote, romantic love is an active state of being. Keywords, an active state of being, not a feeling. All right. That is altruistic, whereas two partners exhibit unconditional care or concern for each other while truly accepting their partner for who they truly are. And you could say that regardless of who we want them to be. So this is not something that is coerced. We're truly accepting you for who you are. That is powerful. And we're choosing to love you. That is deep. So I find that to be the best definition that you can get for love. I also have here another key component for this love state is understanding each other and learning to improve in this understanding while growing older together. And if you saw the other video, when it's time to break up, we talked about when you're growing apart, that's when you should consider in the relationship. So here we see, when we regard love in the way that is defined, it is a growing together and also growing in understanding. So, I know you're probably wondering, like, what the hell is that? For all my people who are single or people who have been hurt. A lot of times, people sort of disregard love because they've had negative experiences in the past. Chances are, if you haven't had an experience what I just laid out here, someone truly accepting you for who you are, we got to really break that down, because a lot of times we try to mold people and shape people how we feel they should be in relationships. But as I said here, you're accepting them for who they are. And you're growing together. So the person you love today is not going to be the same person in the future. You get what I'm saying? Because we evolve and we grow. Hopefully we mature. and more than likely, or most likely, we are going to mature and get better. So the person who you're loving today should become a better version of themselves tomorrow. And as you grow in the understanding, it strengthens the foundation of love. Okay, I got a couple of more things I want to talk about. Let's talk about when love can possibly come into fold. So I have a theory that I'm working on called the relationship phases, 3 relationship phases. And basically all it is the first phase is when you're single and you're courting and you're dating someone, right? So it's like the introduction phase. Phase 2 is commitment, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc., whatever your relations are. But that commitment phase where you say, you know what? I'm not going to deal with so-and-so. It's us. So you move further in that regard. And then phase 3 is, of course, is marriage, which should be the ultimate goal for all monogamous relationships. You hopefully one day hope you reach the pinnacle of marriage and spend your lives together for spend your lives together for the rest of your life, all of that good stuff. right? But we don't deal with fantasy, we deal with reality. And the reality of it is people are truly living by this standard, you know, and they're having fulfilling marriages that are complete, marriages that bring so much value, and there's a whole bunch of happy times, right? So this is the goal of love. So typically love is introduced after the first phase. You don't love no one you're courting, right? Typically love comes in once you realize during the courting process that this is the person for me. And it's a powerful point when you go from that phase of infatuation, so to speak, where, you know, when you're dating someone, right, they're so special. Oh my God, the way he says, oh, it's, you know, all of that spice and magic, right? It's so, you know, scintillating, and, you know, it's so, you know, wonderful. You know, the vibe is always high, right? So there is no real balance because you're always high. So, and unfortunately for some people who comfortable in that phase, right, who don't want to get out of that single life, right, when it gets real is when it starts going down, believe it or not. When you start to really see who this person is, like, wow, you know, she was really bad with makeup on, you know, or wow, I thought he had more money than he let out. Because when you're dating, you could hide all of the shortcomings, right? And so now when you start to really see things transcend, and, you know, there's no fronting going on, right? You know, that's when love really comes in, because this is the only point where you can genuinely accept another person. You can only accept the person once you truly have a understanding for who this person is. Then you open up your gates and say, you know what? I really care for this person, and I want to spend more time with this person. Not the rest of your life, because you just but I want to spend more time. I really want to get to know this person more. So this is sort of the beginning of where love starts to formulate, right? There's no timetable for love. There's no formula for love. You know it because you feel it not only in your heart, you feel it in your mind, your spirit. There's a connection that binds you two together. And that's what love truly is, right? So I just want to chime in on that. You know, all these videos I do can go on for hours and days. You know, and if we have to, we'll do a part 2. Please leave your comments, your thoughts, everything in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I got a whole lot more things coming, right? And that's about it. Of course, relationship stories. I'm looking to kick that off very soon. Like I said, I had some setbacks, but I'm back on track. So if you have a cool, crazy, ratchet, fun, entertaining love story, something happened that you're willing to share, please send me an email at koronpierre@gmail.com. I would love to tell your story, right? So what we do with this segment, we take a story, I'll explain the story, I'll tell the story, I'll offer some feedback on the story, and also other people will possibly engage in future live videos and things of that nature. So please, if you have a story that you think people could learn from, we're not just in the business of entertaining, right? But please, you know, send us your story inquiries to Koron Pierre @gmail.com. I keep your identity anonymous, or some people that reached out said that, hey, they don't mind if you share their identity. So that's up to you know, you. Just let me know, and I hope you got a better understanding of what is love. I have a million more topics to talk about, a million more videos to come. Thank you for supporting the channel with this view, and have a great day.